What if love wasn't something you had to chase, but something you became? What if the right person was already being pulled toward you, not by effort but by energy? Because when you vibrate as love itself, everything meant for you begins to recognize you. There's a moment in life when you realize that love was never something outside of you. It was never hiding in another person's eyes, nor waiting at the end of a wedding aisle. It was always within you, silent, powerful, magnetic, waiting for you to remember what you truly are, the energy of love itself. The moment you begin to embody this truth, the world around you shifts in ways you can't explain. The right people start appearing, the right experiences unfold, and even marriage, the sacred union so many chase, starts finding you effortlessly. You see, the universe doesn't respond to your words. It responds to your frequency. You can say, "I want love," 1,000 times. But if deep inside you carry fear, doubt, or loneliness, that is the vibration you are sending. And life, like a mirror, reflects it back to you perfectly. But the day you begin to feel love without needing a reason, when you radiate warmth, joy, and gratitude for simply being alive, you begin to match the vibration of all that love truly is. From that moment, you stop searching for love and start attracting it naturally. Think about it. A flower doesn't chase the bees. It simply blooms. It stands tall, vibrant, unapologetically radiant in its own beauty. And in doing so, it draws everything it needs effortlessly. The bees come, the sun shines brighter, and life responds to its existence. You are that flower. Your only work is to bloom, to expand into your highest, most loving state of being. When you do, the one meant for you can't help but be drawn into your light. Most people misunderstand love. They think it's something another person gives them. They wait, they beg, they chase, they hope. But true love is not given. It is recognized. You recognize in another what already lives inside you. You cannot see loyalty, warmth, or devotion in someone else if you don't already possess those qualities within. So the fastest way to experience the love you desire is not to go out and find someone to give it to you, but to become it. Close your eyes for a moment and imagine how it feels to be completely loved, not by someone else, but by the universe itself. Feel how peaceful that is. There's no tension, no fear of losing, no competition, just a calm knowing that love flows to you and through you endlessly. That state right there is your magnetic frequency. When you stay in that vibration long enough, everything in your reality starts rearranging to match it. People begin to treat you differently. You attract experiences that mirror your inner worth. Even those who once overlooked you will suddenly notice your glow. It's because energy doesn't lie. The energy of love makes you luminous. It shifts your posture, your tone, your words, and your presence. You begin to walk differently, speak differently, think differently. You stop begging for attention and start commanding it through your very being. Love energy is quiet confidence. It says, "I am whole, I am worthy, and I am enough." And that kind of energy pulls in a partner who sees you not as a project to fix, but as a soul to build a kingdom with. Most relationships fall apart because people enter them from lack, not abundance. They say, "I need you to make me happy. I need you to complete me." But you can't create a lasting union from emptiness. You can only create from overflow. When your cup is full, when your soul vibrates with joy, gratitude, and inner peace, you don't need anyone. You choose them. That difference is everything. Need attracts codependency. Choice attracts power. And when you choose from love instead of fear, you align with your divine counterpart effortlessly. Marriage, in its truest form, is not a contract between two bodies. It's a dance between two energies that have become whole on their own. It's the reflection of two souls who have mastered self-love, and in doing so, magnetize each other naturally. You will know when you are ready, not because you crave someone's presence, but because you have found peace even in their absence. That's the secret vibration that brings love running toward you. Love finds its way not through control, but through surrender. The moment you stop trying to make it happen, it happens. Because love isn't logic, it's alignment. You don't need to force the river to flow. You only need to remove the blocks that stop it. Those blocks are your fears, your insecurities, your old beliefs about unworthiness. Every time you think, I'm too old, too broken, too late, you dim your frequency. But the truth is, love doesn't care about your age or your past. The universe doesn't count time. It reads energy. So the real question is, what are you vibrating right now? Are you vibrating lack or abundance? Fear or faith? Desperation or trust? The energy you live in is the invitation you send to the world. If you live in fear of being alone, you'll attract people who confirm that fear. If you live in love, you'll attract someone who matches that peace. It's not magic, it's physics. Like frequencies attract like frequencies. The person you're meant to marry already exists, but they are on the frequency of your future self. The version of you that already believes, already feels loved, already radiates joy. You don't attract what you want, you attract what you are. That's why your focus must shift from how do I find them to how do I become love itself. Start with small moments. Speak kindly to yourself. Treat your body with respect. Forgive your past. When you see beauty in others, acknowledge it without jealousy. When you see pain, respond with compassion instead of judgment. Each of these moments raises your vibration. Slowly, you begin to glow with an inner warmth that others can feel. And one day someone will look at you and say, there's something different about you. That's when you'll know your energy has changed. The universe rewards those who love without condition. When you emit love freely, without trying to control the outcome, it circles back in the most unexpected ways. Sometimes it comes as a person. Sometimes it comes as peace. Sometimes it comes as both. But it always comes. Love never leaves you unrewarded. Think of your energy as a lighthouse. A lighthouse doesn't chase ships, it just stands firm, shining its light, knowing that whoever is meant to find it will. Your job isn't to run after love, it's to shine brighter. Heal yourself, nurture your soul, and keep your heart open. The one who is destined for you is already being guided by the same divine current. They will find you not through accident, but through alignment. When you become love, you stop waiting for the perfect moment or the perfect person. You realize you are already whole, already deserving, already radiant. And from that wholeness, life begins to reflect your inner marriage, the sacred union between your divine self and your human self. From that point, the external marriage simply becomes a mirror of your inner harmony. So if you're still wondering when it will happen, when love will appear, when marriage will manifest, stop asking when. Start asking, how can I embody love right now? Smile at strangers. Be patient with yourself. Celebrate small victories. Speak words that heal instead of harm. Be gentle with your heart, because it's the temple through which love flows. The more you honor that temple, the faster love finds its way to your door. Remember this, love is not a reward for doing everything right. It's a recognition of who you already are. The divine union you seek isn't out there, it's within you. And when you live in that awareness, love stops being something you chase. It becomes something that chases you. Because love always recognizes its own reflection. And when you become the energy of love, pure, radiant, whole, marriage doesn't need to be forced. It simply finds its way to you, effortlessly, beautifully, and divinely timed. So, breathe. Let go of the chase. Begin to feel what it's like to already be loved beyond measure. Live from that space. Speak from that peace. Walk with that confidence. Because once you vibrate at the frequency of love, nothing missing can remain missing for long. Love will find you, not as a coincidence, but as a cosmic certainty. And when it does, you shall smile quietly and realize it was never about finding love. It was about becoming it. Love doesn't come to those who chase. It comes to those who become its vibration. When you chase love, you tell the universe that it is missing, and what you affirm as missing stays out of reach. But when you become love, when your words, your smile, your silence, and your spirit carry its warmth, everything that matches that energy is magnetized to you. You stop needing to prove your worth. because your presence already declares it. You walk with quiet assurance, knowing that what's meant for you cannot miss you. Love doesn't respond to effort, it responds to essence. Every thought of gratitude, every act of kindness, and every moment of peace builds your magnetic field. The world bends toward that energy. You stop waiting for someone to choose you and start living as though you are already chosen. And in that shift, life conspires to prove you right. Love comes, not by force, but by alignment. The universe mirrors not your words, but the frequency of your heart. You can say you want a partner, but if your heart beats in fear of rejection, you will only attract echoes of that fear. The heart speaks in energy, not language. It vibrates your truth before you even open your mouth. When your heart radiates peace, trust, and wholeness, life responds in harmony. Every smile, every encounter, every opportunity becomes an answer to your energy. The people who enter your life mirror your internal rhythm. Change your energy, and your relationships will transform. Speak softly to your soul. Let your heart vibrate with certainty. The universe is not ignoring you. It's simply waiting for your frequency to match your desire. Raise your vibration, and watch how love starts to recognize you instantly. True love begins when you stop needing someone and start embodying completeness. The moment you tell yourself that you need someone to be whole, you hand your power away. But when you stand in your fullness, when you fill your own void with purpose, laughter, and gratitude, you become unstoppable. You stop trying to be chosen and start choosing yourself every single day. You look in the mirror and see not what's lacking, but what's glowing. Love from another becomes a reflection, not a requirement. And that's when real connection happens. Two complete souls, not two halves looking to fix each other. The energy of wholeness draws in someone who vibrates with the same clarity. When you no longer seek completion, love becomes an expansion. You no longer cling, you flow. You no longer beg, you attract. That's the power of becoming whole. Marriage is not a pursuit. It's a reflection of your inner harmony. When you are at peace with yourself, life begins to echo that peace in every form. Marriage is not about finding someone to fix the emptiness. It's about sharing your already overflowing cup. It's about two souls mirroring the serenity they found within. When your inner world is in chaos, every relationship becomes a mirror of that chaos. But when your spirit is still, marriage arrives as a natural expression of balance. You don't chase commitment. You become commitment. You don't demand loyalty. You radiate it through your energy. The universe always pairs harmony with harmony. So instead of searching for the one, become someone who vibrates so purely that only harmony can recognize you. Then marriage stops being an achievement and becomes a reflection of your inner peace. When you vibrate peace, confidence, and gratitude, the right soul naturally aligns with you. You never need to prove your worth to the one meant for you. Your energy speaks louder than words. Peace shows the universe that you are ready. Confidence tells it that you trust your timing. Gratitude amplifies your magnetism. The right person will feel drawn to that light like a compass to true north. You won't have to pretend or perform. Your presence will simply feel like home to them. Every time you choose peace over panic, you refine your frequency. Every moment of gratitude polishes your aura. You begin to glow with an invisible beauty, one that no filter can create. And that glow becomes your invitation to love. You don't chase alignment, you embody it. And alignment brings everything you once hoped for directly to your doorstep. The moment you stop forcing love and start flowing in love, divine timing takes over. Control comes from fear. Flow comes from faith. When you let go of the need to predict how and when love will arrive, you step into the rhythm of the universe. Everything unfolds exactly as it should. You begin to see that delays aren't denials. They are divine alignments preparing you for something greater. Love flows through those who trust its timing. When you surrender the how, the universe delivers the wow. The person meant for you is not lost. They are being prepared just as you are. You no longer fight against the current. You float with grace, knowing you're being carried to your destination. In that surrender, anxiety dissolves. Peace takes its place, and love, finally free from resistance, finds its way naturally to your heart. You don't attract love by searching. You attract it by shining. Searching comes from scarcity. Shining comes from self-awareness. The more you try to look for love, the more you affirm that it's missing. But when you focus on lighting up your world, on being kind, passionate, and purpose-driven, you become magnetic. Love cannot resist light. It recognizes it instantly. When you smile from your soul, you send a signal to the universe that you are ready. Your glow becomes your calling card. You no longer walk through life asking, when will love find me? You walk as if love is already surrounding you, because it is. And that confidence, that radiant inner peace, attracts what no effort ever could. Love isn't a hunt. It's a reflection of how brightly you shine. And when your light becomes love itself, the search ends forever.